Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. Welcome to Transfer Business and News with Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana and Poku-Hitzfield. Today is a Black Wednesday because in solidarity to what happened to Vinicius Junior, today I'll be talking about blackness, right? I'll be talking about blackness like I've probably not spoken about blackness before. Because it is about time we let people know what we know. It is about time we let the world know that black is the beginning of everything. So the respect that needs to be given to the color black, we need to start earning our respect by making systems on our own. We need to start making our own farms, our own clothes, so that others will respect us. And today on Transfer Business and News, I will talk about Manchester United a bit, and then of course we will go to blackness and we'll talk about Vinicius Junior's case. Now, I think on Wednesday, today is Tuesday, right? On Monday, which was maybe Monday or Tuesday, the Christ Redeemer statue in Brazil was shut off to show respect, blah, 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 to Vinicius Junior for the racial slurs and race. You know, it is about time why people know that the reason why they were able to conquer us is because we let them too. It was because we knew we live in a world of abundance and we knew there was space for everybody on earth. They claim when white people came, they couldn't use force, so they became our friends. That is what happened. Now, when they manage to know whatever they know about us, after inviting somebody to your home, that is barbaric. We were civilized enough to know that we live in an abundant world. Live on your part and let us live in our part. It wasn't that black people were foolish. No, we were civilized. Because I've been talking about this for quite some time now. The Lucy fossils, the first, the oldest human remains which was found is a black person. And we know two black people can give birth to a white child. So in time, if more black people give birth to more white children, that is how come the Caucasian race and other races came about. We know black is dominant. Look at my hair, I can make it straight, but a white man can never make a chance to work from home by just picking emergency calls and directing services to that place. We will solve a problem with that. Do you understand? So these are some of the simple and basic systems Pan-Africanism will bring to Africa and the black race. We are more than any race in the world. So Vinicius Junior, today I want you to stand up and hit your chest and know that being black, the world needs black to survive. Go and ask Gucci, go and ask Fendi. Who are the largest consumers of products? It is black people. Ask all the fast car dealerships. How many white people buy fast cars? It's because they need the energy of the black to multiply whatever they have, because black is dominant. So today today is not Uncensored Friday. Today on Transfer Business and News, I want you to like the blackness in you, the Marcus Rashfords. We need to start respecting ourselves, and we need to make Africa the most beautiful continent in this world. And we have the resources to do it. We don't need to come to Europe for their natural resources. We have it in our land, and we are going to exploit the land using clean energy. Every house in Ghana will have a solar panel. If Germany has solar farms, why shouldn't Africa have big solar farms across the continent? Wind turbines, more cleaner energy, less bad things into the atmosphere, because the atmosphere makes us healthy. And when we release these things, now there is flooding in Italy right now. You see, we live in a circle of life. And anything bad that you do, thinking you did it, will go and come back and haunt you. You see? For the first time in years, Italy is flooded. Black consciousness is upon us. And we are coming for everything that belongs to us, from your museums back to Africa. Everything. I wrote a letter to the King of Charles recently on Sunset Friday. You can go and check it out on my page on Reunited Live on YouTube. We need a black and white race and every other race to make mankind better in 2023. Now, yesterday was a big day in our lives as Africans. Now, I don't know whether most people saw it. Now I've studied astronomy too. Now, before there was mathematics, before there was all this bullshit that humans study now, people were studying astronomy way back. So I would rather study astronomy than to study something like economics, because I've never seen an economics who is a billionaire. Everything he knows is in a book, in a system. And that doesn't make you wise. We live in a physical world. So when you go inside, make sure you implement good things in the physical world. I'm not shading any economics or whatever, but I'd rather like to be a farmer than an econ. It is common sense. All I need to do is farm, and I'll eat daily, and I can live for hundreds of years. You can decide to go to work every day, be in a system, and sit at one place all the time and be typing something or writing. Before you realize you have cholesterol in you. Now you need to go and pay a gym. No, just farm. It's exercise enough. So my name is Obonkumenkuma Nananoche Bediako-Poku, the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. You can simply call me Nana Poku-Hitzfield. And that is what I'm known for. Manchester United worldwide, Perth, Western Australia, Alaska. Man, it's been a pleasure having you. Let's talk about Manchester United a bit, man, and let's close the show. So, Vinicius Junior, once again, I'm sending love. I'm sending love to every black athlete in the world. LeBron James, all these black NBA people. When we develop Africa, building 100,000 capacity stadiums in our continent. If we bring the talent from the NBA to Africa, who is going to play the NBA in the United States? If Kylian Mbappe can play Orlando Pirates with 100,000 capacity stadium, Kylian Mbappe for Orlando Pirates. Somebody like Marcus Rashford playing for Kumasi Asante Kotoko or Enugu Rangers. We are going to develop our continent like it has never been developed before. We are wise. We are geniuses. We are the kings of this world because we bet so many races. It is Africa. And as a Ghanaian, I know it in my spirit that as the ordained crown prince, so far as Earth has been here, I've always been here. I know now that I've been reincarnated so much that now I don't fear whoever is in the world. I can go and talk about Africa. But now I'm coming with over 700,000 gods. The gods that we threw away, we are bringing them back. And we are using it in the betterment and the benefit of Africans. That is why if you don't bring our things, the Italy flooding is just the beginning. Because we are the dominant species on earth. If people don't know how strong black is, the colors of the rainbow comes, you can get it from black. Everything. Even if the baby will be white, in the darkness of a womb, everything starts with black. Even your Bible, the same book you brought to us, after keeping it for 600 years, Constantine brought a book. The same people he were trying to eradicate their existence, his forefathers were trying to eradicate their existence from the world, brought a book and said this book is the holy book 600 years after it has been. And then cook up a story, come to Africa, learn about Osiris and Iris and our version of God, go back and come back with Jesus and enslave millions of Africans. So me, I know, because I have a stuff that is over 800,000 years old. And this is it. This is the first time I'm showing it on camera. This is it. You see how fast I don't want white people to even see it. And that is Obonkume, over 800,000 years old. This stuff has been passed from our forefathers to our forefathers. W.E.B. Du Bois once had this stuff. There is a reason why W.E.B. Du Bois came to Ghana and passed on in Ghana. Do you think Ghana is just, do you think Africa, do you know your worth in this world? I said we created all other races as Africans. Do you know how strong you are? Do you know that if you want to know how white people hate black people so much, look at their language, for instance. Everything black means negative. Blacklist, black sheep, black sheep. Look at black. The color black signifies, and I'm like, after learning English, I'm like, why do white people hate black people so much? Why? I don't get it. We don't hate you. As a matter of fact, we want both of us to live on earth because everything is dual, right? We have right and left. We have black and white. We have men and women, old and young. This is positive and negative. We understand. Our forefathers were they were civilized to the extent that they were teaching you these things for you to also help yourselves. They weren't teaching you for you to kill them at night. Now, as I said, do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Now, in the new Pan-Africanism under the Kingdom of Africa, if you are a black person and people think you are crazy, maybe your ideas are so big that the next person you tell don't see that life for you. Now, Mr. Steve Harvey said this, and I'm quoting him. He said, and I quote him, that if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. But then know that you are ordained crown prince, Nana Poku-Hitzfield. I am a man of dreams because I've seen the unity of Africa in front of me. I consulted every forefather and I saw Africa. I saw the black race, our abundance. So I know what I've seen. And because I've seen it, I know it will manifest. So in our lives as Africans, I am telling you today is 24th May 2023. Remember, you met the ordained crown prince of Ghana on a video. And he spoke to you about Pan-Africanism. He spoke to you about the black race and how we need to unify Africa. He spoke to you about how strong you are as a person, how you were part of creating other races. My name is Obonku Benkuman and I'm Bediako-Poku, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. And people ask me, my friends, I have so many prince friends. If they ask me, why do you do content? I'm like, yes, I do content because I've realized my youth are on TikTok and other platforms, and I want them to know what is happening. I want them to know that our abundance is here, because the ordained crown prince is bringing Komfo Anoche. The day, you remember last week, I wrote a black letter to the king of the Asante Kingdom, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. You can go and check that out. Share it until it gets to the king himself. I need to meet my father. We need to have a discussion about Asante and Ghana and Africa as a whole. Using Sikegwa Kofi to take the glory and bring back the old Ghana Empire. People even don't know that Mansa Musa's wealth is still there. And as the ordained crown prince of Ghana, the keys are with me. So when I talk about, I see Africa's abundance, I know what I'm talking about. They keep bringing me ideas. I have a book, I have a pen somewhere, and before I wake up, things are written on it. Because I understood that if you are telling me not to move from my forefathers or to forget my own fathers that lived and did something good for my race, and you are telling me I shouldn't pay homage to them, and you tell me it is good to pay homage to your people, it doesn't make sense. So, in a new Africa, Romelu Lukaku, all black players, we are about to build the biggest, the CAF Champions League, the new systems. We'll put VAR in every stadium that we build, 100,000 capacity stadiums. Because people will ask, where would they get the money? They forget that the money is used. We have the natural resources and we have the mind to build our stuff. 100,000 capacity stadiums. 54 African countries. Every country will have 100,000 capacity stadiums. And now let's start African Champions League. Now the gold in Africa will be for the medals. The gold in Africa belongs to the black race. Because we've given white people so much gold. We've given them so much crude oil. We've given them our human resource in building their country. And yet they have the gas. If people like Vinicius Junior are being targeted with racism, how much more you? Look at what Vinicius Junior is doing for Real Madrid. Look at how good the boy is. And people can see a color, not seeing the goals, not seeing the skills, not seeing the talent, but would rather go for the color, the skin color. It tells you if words like blacklist, black sheep, black in their language, that is how come they hate black people. So we as black people, we know our worth now in this world. And we know that wealth doesn't come with papers if you have gold. We know that we are the richest continent in the world. So now we are going back. The Dikra symbols told us, Sankofa Yenchi. We are going to protect our natural resources with power. You've never seen it. Because now we won't allow you to bring the systems like IMF, World Bank to come and manipulate us for us to keep giving our resources to you. We've seen beyond that. So today is a Black Wednesday, and this is a message to every black person across the world. I hope you had fun with me on this ride. We need to put them in their place. They think we don't know why. I have so many white friends. Don't get me wrong. And nobody treats me like a black. They treat me as a friend. I treat them as a friend. But if you don't know, they've never, because they know who I am. They know my worth as the ordained crown prince. I'm an architect. The time I knew quantum fixes, the time I knew it didn't have a name. That was how brilliant I was. That was the genius in me. So sometimes when they teach me certain things, I don't want to learn them, because if I know quantum physics, why should I learn the things I knew when I was a child? I realized mathematics I was very good at math, and I'm still good at math. But then it got to a time I never worked on mathematics. I would just go to the class, what the teacher teaches, I concentrate, and I don't learn it again. I just write exams on it. Because I realized it wasn't relevant to my life as the ordained crown prince. What I needed to know was how to talk to people, how to love people, interpersonal communication. To know that as the ordained crown prince, never hit a woman. And I've never, any lady I've been with, oh yes, I've been with a fair share of ladies. Even you, Fioko, even you cry, you get like 5 girls. Even you yao menu way you be truck driver cry, you get like ice water girls like 3, both road girls like 2. How much more the ordained crown prince? We're sending love to every Ghanaian man. Our abundance is here. And as the ordained crown prince, what I see in my visions is nothing but abundance. I can't wait to see all the great chiefs in Ghana, man. I'll be humbled, man. I want to see them and talk to them. Because in 2024, the youth of Ghana is not even going to vote anymore. It is written. Don't you understand the writtenness? Democracy has left Africa. It is already written. So we know Pan-Africanism is the new way of governance. A system that will allow us to be in charge of how we select people. And we are going back to, because we've realized monarch system protects. Because nobody can go to Dubai and go and mine gold there. Or go and do whatever he or she likes there. Can you do that in Brunei? Can you go to England and do whatever you like? Yes. So you gave us democracy to control democracy. Because I've said it. And I've been with the NDC, I've been with the MPP, I've been with the PPP. The elections you see in Africa is never true and fair. Because Dr. Pakwesi Indum, he is the flag bearer. He had like 10 people, his own family members, and they all voted for him. They put it in a ballot box. And yet when it was counted later, over 100 people that voted for him in front of him, he had 0 when they collated it, the total. And I have voted for PPP before, and I was the party agent there, and yet when they counted it, they said 0. It means my vote was, I don't know where it went, whether it went to the MPP, whether it went to the NDC. So it is the same people that give them the money for the campaigns that control Africa. And we know those people. But then we are bringing back our monarch system. We are giving power back to our fathers. We are trusting them that they should hold the power and make sure that blackness, no race will ever spit on blackness again. Because blackness created every race that you see. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. I am on a journey to change Ghana, Africa, blackness before I leave this earth. It's been a pleasure having my fellow black people with me. If you see this video later on, please share it, like it. Reunited Live on YouTube, we have less than 500 subscribers. You can do me a favor by going there and liking and subscribing. All this video, the full video will be there. I love you guys. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you abundance. Shout outs to Ava Max for her track. Do you ever feel like a misfit? So am I. Let me play the track again, man. I love Ava Max. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. I never wanted to conform to the systems of the white man. And I've never been. I am a free spirit. Free from every slavery of the mind. Free from every human system that puts the ordained crown prince in. So all I think is love. All I think is abundance. Because I am here as the ordained crown prince of Ghana. It is up to Ghanaians. It is up to the rest of Africa to, for the first time, think black and know that if God was sending prophets in our olden days, he will keep sending prophets until this earth becomes better. Who told you God is coming to destroy this world? If you created all these beautiful things, and earth is just a 3D reality of the universe. If you don't know, if you become conscious and you start astral projection, your spirit moving out of your body, we will teach that in Africa, in schools. We will actually teach our children how to imagine astral projection and communicating with your forefathers and then bringing you ideas to help you in this life. Because you are them, the oneness of the universe. You are them and they are you. Go back into if we had pictures of our forefathers, you will realize probably your nose is from your great-grandfather. You will realize probably your mouth is from your great-grandmother. You will know that the parts of your body that you think is yours has always been there in different forms. So they are you and you are them. So why are we not talking to our fathers? And people tell you to go and talk to their uncles and the first portrait of Jesus Christ was a prisoner. Look at that. And we've been learning this since infancy. Brainwashing us into thinking something different. Into forgetting our own forefathers who do a lot for us. So now, I can talk to Okonfo-Anokye anytime I want, and I'm privileged. I'm privileged to be able to to be able to be one of the few people who can connect to the spirit of this great man. Do you know about Okonfo-Anokye? Do you know about the golden stool in Africa? I'm going to build a big museum for Okonfo-Anokye. I'll put a golden stool there. What I'll do for Okonfo-Anokye in Africa, it will give Africa more revenue than anything, man, because people who will come and see the golden stool, after they see it, their lives are going to change and abundance will flow their way. We are bringing back the golden stool. Have you ever heard of it? You see, they don't teach you this in the schools. They don't even teach us about Mansa Musa, the first person to build a university in the world. But then they will teach you about Sir Gordon Gordonsbeck, who was a governor of Gold Coast. Motherfucker. We are changing our educational system in Africa. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. I swear on the show, and so what? It is a word. It is a word, just like word. Fuck is a word. So if I say it and you think, oh, he just said, fuck you. Okay, let me talk about Manchester United a bit. Now, Manchester United released their new training kits, and I love it. I'll probably get one of those And Jay Shetty was recently at Carrington. He spoke about how impressed he is of Eric Ten Hag's work. He spoke about Marcus Rashford's recent, surge in form. In a new Africa, I am imagining black players playing in clubs for Africa. Oh, it'll be nice. Like Chouameni, for instance, playing for El Ali. Chouameni. Whoa. Because we are going to invest in sports in Africa a lot. Music, sports, our natural resources, we are going to use it in the benefit of our own selves. That is why we are not giving it to you on any grounds in exchange of papers anymore. If iPhone wants the cobalt in DRC, why is your headquarters in the United States? You want something from my land, and you need to build a company here, a very big one, and employ my children there. That is common sense. If it is not common to common people anymore, as the Ordained Crown Prince, as I said, I am a free spirit, free from every human system. So you can't bring a system that it doesn't make sense. I will show you that I am above every system. Every colonial system, I am above it, right? But unfortunately, our fathers don't see it that way. You see, most of the presidents in Africa were born when their countries hadn't gained independence. So then you think, what was their upbringing? And of course, it will be to still serve the slave master. That is why they still go to white people for help when we have everything here. That is why the systems that we have in Africa still give our resources to white people, but they don't respect us. They don't respect what the black race have done. That is why white people in England and the king would rather want to see Germany in England than Ghanaians, after they had fought for a very long time, taking black slaves to go fight in these wars for England against Germany. But then Germans can visit England and the UK easier than Africans. You see. So this is what we have seen, and we are changing the narrative. My name is Bediako-Poku. You can simply call me Nana Poku-Hitzfield. It's been a pleasure having you. On Friday, today is Wednesday, right? On Friday, I will preview Eric Ten Hag's first year at Manchester United. On Sunset Friday, I won't talk about politics anymore, I will talk about Manchester United on Friday, But sometimes it is not me. It is the Ordained Crown Prince in me. It is. If I want to say something different, right? Sometimes I prepare whatever I will prepare. But then when I come and sit here and the camera is on me, the Ordained Crown Prince in me takes over and talks about the most important things to him. So sometimes I will say, I will prepare Manchester United stuff and I'll be like, I want to talk about Manchester United. And then when I come here, it is totally different. Today I've spoken about the black race. Chichicha, I'm leaving you with power. I'm leaving you with abundance. Love, love, love. Bye.